I'll tell you what I want. I want a damn hammer.
All right, so
Smell for the camera, Blair.
Blair didn't want to be on the camera. All right, so we're up over here at I Am Auto House,
Otto Haas.
and got the Civic about to go up on the lift. Well, it's already on the lift, and we're gonna give it a quick look over. This is like most people do a pre-purchase inspection, but this is a post-purchase inspection.
Yes, because someone's already made the mistake of purchasing it in the first place.
Okay, well, let's see what's wrong with it. So, for y'all who don't know, it's a 2008 Honda Civic Si Coupe, 6-speed manual for all of them, so no auto tragics. And this one's got 90, I think I bought it with 98,000 miles. It's now got 99 and some change. All right, so Sean's gonna do his thing and take a look at the car.
Right, let's see what we got for lights.
This is a typical used car inspection. Just about any place that you're gonna take a car, they're all gonna do about the same thing. So, all right, so what's going on in here?
Checking all the functions of all the dash-related materials, like radio, horn, lights, making sure like the defogger, defroster work. Basically anything that the car's equipped with, just going over and making sure that everything's good or what might need attention.
Does that shifter feel sloppy to you?
No, not really. No, it feels pretty good.
All right.
The parking brake seems to have pretty good tension too.
Yeah. Does it feel like it pulls back a little further than it should?
Not really. Usually the standard 4, 5, maybe 6 clicks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it probably should hold really good right there. Okay, so we got cold AC. Nice warm heat. Out the vents. The defogger indicates it works. Recirc works. Horn works.
Fear not, you can buy a home now.
Radio works, obviously. Mirrors. Check the windows already. There's no lights in those. I gotta make sure the safety devices work. Yep. Now what are we gonna do? Let's see what we got going on under the hood. One thing I love about Hondas, they have this extra little hole down here. It lets you raise the hood pretty much vertical.
5 more minutes. I ain't driving around today.
All right. Yeah. Belts turn a little bit brown, but that's not a big deal. There's no cracks. Doesn't appear to be too badly dry rotted. A little bit of oil seepage coming from the valve cover, but nothing too heavy, just mostly residue. Let's see.
Here, where's the valve cover residue that you can see?
Over here. See it on the side of the cylinder head.
Right down there.
Yep.
Out of here until that light turns red. So it's almost always 2 minutes. You have to stick your shoelace there.
All right, see how clean the air filter is. Oh, you got a K&N. All right. Oh, that's not terrible. Might need cleaning here in a couple months. Just make sure that no oil gets on the mass airflow sensor when you clean them. Try not to over oil it. All right, so what do we got for fluids? Brake fluid, it's an okay level. And color's not too bad, but it's not, fresh either. So that's something to consider. And
Yeah, before getting in any track days next year.
oh yeah, I'd recommend that.
Definitely.
Same with the clutch fluid. Good level, but a little bit more amber. Apparently someone says it takes 5.5 quarts of oil. Engine mount, the upper torque rod looks pretty decent. Doesn't appear to be collapsed on itself. Actually, it doesn't look that old. This one looks like it might be the original, but it's not collapsed on itself. Looks pretty good. Let's see what we have going on underneath. All right, while we're here, take a look at the suspension. We have dust boots that have pretty much failed, and too much
boots.
Too much dirt gets inside there. It's going to scour up the side of the shock or strut rod, and then eventually cause the seal to leak, and eventually failure of the strut.
Awesome.
Let's see. Yeah, good. No side-to-side play. It looks like you got 4 or 5 millimeters on this brake pad on the outside, at least. Tire looks like it's good, but we'll have a better idea when it goes higher up in the air. Check the other wheels and shocks for issues. On this side too, right front.
Shocker.
All right. So this shock looks pretty good, but it looks like the brake pad's down to 2 millimeters, or that's pretty much.
At the wear indicator?
No, it's usually about the wear indicator, but this is getting to the point where you can fail like a state inspection.
Yeah.
Let's see, this one's pretty dry. Same story with the brakes on this side, although it's actually a little bit more worn. So this side would probably fail a safety inspection. Rotor's probably going to want to get replaced because it's got some corrosion on it. A little bit of grooving, but it's not terrible. All right, let's see what we got going on under here. Once again, we got little bits of oil residue. Most notably the right axle seal. We got some oil. It looks like it could be from the oil pan. It seals to the block, and we got some that's running down from the valve cover, and that's actually some residue on the exhaust manifold, which you might smell some oil burning. You'll see a little bit of smoke on occasion. Not a heavy leak, but one to consider. Let's see. Once again, the suspension looks dry. Ball joint boots and stabilizer link boots look like they're in pretty good shape. Let me see what the... I'm going to grab a mirror to look at the control arm bushings. All right, looking at the control arm bushings, it's a little bit of dry rot starting to take place, but nothing too terrible. Rack seems to be in pretty decent shape, although at this mileage it might be worth considering replacement of the bushings. It supposedly helps with the steering feel on these cars. The oil leaking on this torque rod down here might be an issue in the future. Now the radiators are in pretty decent condition, no signs of leaking, bone dry. Hoses look like they're all in pretty decent shape. Let's go towards the back. The heat shields haven't rusted off yet, which is nice. Although they're getting there.
Man, there's really not a lot else to look at back here.
Yeah, the factory exhaust seems like it's in pretty decent shape, except these bolts are pretty rusty, but once again, that's one of those popular Honda things to do, is replace this exhaust. Yeah.
Welcome back to front wheel drive.
Yep. It looks like the bushings on these upper arms and bolts are getting kind of crusty, so if you're interested in doing rear control arms, that might be a thought.
I probably am.
A little bit of dry rot in the lower bushings too, but not too terrible. Same thing I noticed on the outside with the inside of the brakes is that they could use some replacement. Same thing on this side with the upper control arm. But overall, looks pretty solid. And it doesn't look, there's a little bit of overspray here, but it doesn't look like there was anything significant that happened to the car, so it might have at some point had a bumper respray.
So these cars are notorious for having terrible paint, and I'm told that there was a clear coat applied to this car.
Well, there's more than a clear coat. This looks like actual paint, because you can see it's on the clips.
Yeah. So, wonder if it was hit in the rear, maybe.
It's possible, but if it was hit in the rear, they did a decent job at least repairing it, from what I can see, because it's very hard to tell if that happened. Let's see, are the wheels bent? Nope. That one is a little bit. Let's check the front. Nope, that one's good. That one's good.
So one that has a minor bend.
Yeah, not too bad.
Sounds like I need new wheels.
That too. Get some, what was it? Koenig Tantrums.
Tantrums.
Or Motegi MR7s. But make sure you get the Extra 712s or whatever they were.
Oh, God. Nobody should have those.
Yeah. All the braking lines, fuel lines look pretty good. This car's pretty solid. There's a little bit of damage to the rocker panel that's over here, but, you know, it's not like broken the paint, so.
Yeah. I don't know if that was maybe done before the respray, but in any case, I found that as I was working the deal in the office and knocked off another couple $100.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a crack right here in the underside, but I don't see any rust. Yeah, I'd say it's a pretty solid car.
All right, so overall, I'm pretty happy. Sean has given the Civic a, how would you grade it?
1 thumbs up.
1 thumb up? How about an F to an A?
I give it a solid B.
A solid B. I'm okay with that. So really, all it needs, and well, I already knew it needed pads in the rear pretty soon, but yeah, I guess I'm going to try to drive this thing stock as I possibly can over winter. And then spring, I'll probably end up with new struts, if not coilovers, and probably new brakes all around, if not more than that. But yeah, cool. So good to know that it checked out as is. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. That's the Civic.
Ring, ring.
Ring, 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 ring. Terrible at my VTEC sound. No, that's not it either. Civic. All right, guys. Catch you later.